So this is my video on painting my particular army colors. My name is Timothy Danielson, and this is the start of my new army, which is going to be using the same color theme as my last army, which was, I guess, globally known. Anyways, I wanted to make sure I kept a log on this because the models are going to turn out really nice. And a lot of you people will probably see all this work once it's all done. So this is sort of like a go into the past, back to the future sort of thing. So this is where I started. Your basic model, as you can see here. Now there's a secret to this. You see how there's no brush strokes on this? And the reason why there's no brush strokes on this is because what I've done is I've used a spray can. And I've used this particular spray can called the Dark Ghost Gray. This is the color that I recommend for if you're going to recreate this color theme in your army. This is what I would recommend. It's a dull, dark ghost gray, and it gives us a beautiful exterior where it's nice and smooth transitions. Now another thing that I've done that I also recommend, if you happen to have an airbrush, it's an extra bonus, but painting on light sources always comes out better later on. So as you can see, it looks like this has all got shadow work done on it, but it's actually just done with an airbrush. Every model has got a little bit of that highlight on it. Again, you will not see that these models do not suffer brush strokes like many of the models that you will see. So this is part of the secret of how this army looks so good. The next secret is the yellow. So I've already started painting up this one here. So as you can see, the yellow has no brush strokes on it either, which is impossible because the yellow that you're using from Games Workshop is the pits. And almost literally, it's got all sorts of textures on it, and it's just horrible to work with. This is nice and shiny. Like, really good. So how did we do that? Well, there's a secret to that. And the secret is, don't use Games Workshop Yellow. It's that simple. You want to upgrade to house paint. I know that sounds ridiculous, but the house paint is uniform, it self-levels, and it has a beautiful sheen gloss on it. It's really impressive, and I highly recommend using this. And in fact, if you don't use this, if you don't agree to use this before starting this army, don't even bother, because the yellow that you're going to use otherwise is going to be the poop. Poopy. Anyway, so what do we do from here? So from here, I take this yellow and I use, where are we here? Yes, the Cassandra Yellow. So this is a Games Workshop ink. This yellow ink, what it'll do is it'll make it more vibrant and it'll give it some beautiful transitions. And at the same time, and most importantly, you will avoid brush strokes, which is the bane of these models. You don't want brush strokes, guys. You can see them when you zoom in. Okay, so from here, I'm going to be doing the same to all the models here. And here's a model that I've already started on. To see how the yellow is uniform, I could probably use another coat here. But you see, it's just beautiful. And the yellow here as well. It also helps to cover up any seams as well. So, and as you can see, there's been an airbrush applied to it. It is just a very good technique that I recommend an airbrush. You don't need it, but it's very smart to have it. One other thing that is really useful is I pre-mix my paint. So I've got this color, and I've got this one here, which I pre-mixed. This is the shadow. So when I paint, I start with this one. This is the base paint. From there, I use this in a wash and get all of the areas where it's going, like the fabric and that sort of thing. I use this. I also use this for some of the metal plates that are underneath. You'll see there's a bit more on this. And then for this is sort of like the shadow that I use on the shadow on this dark color. So it kind of gives the transition. And then I have these two here that I've purchased, these two acrylic colors. Now these two are, yeah, they are inferior paint, but you know what? They're $1, and I can mix this a little bit with the Games Workshop to make these colors. So if you want to save a fortune, I would recommend these paints here. They're very good. One here is called Slate, the other one's called Sky Blue. This is also known in Games Workshop paint as Fenris or Space Wolf Gray, and this one is also better known as Shadow Gray. Although you do need to put a little bit of blue in it to make it a bit more bluish color. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to continue on. Next thing I'm going to do is just finish the yellow on all the models. And then once that's done, I'll take another video before I apply the inks. There you go.